Hey everybody, so my name is Michelle Festag. I am an inner circle partner for Tier 5. Um, so what is the Tier 5 partnership? I kind of equate it to like a group real estate buy. So instead of buying, hey Marie, I didn't know you were in this group. Wave at Marie. So I kind of equate a Tier 5 um, partner to being like the real estate group buys. But instead of real estate, we're using software. Hey, Dave, how are you? And John. I see John now. So that's kind of how I explain to everybody what Tier 5 is and like what an IC partner is instead of doing the real estate, we're doing software. But it's pretty much the same principle behind it. And that's how I explain to everybody what being a Tier 5 partner actually is. Um, so, how did I hear about Tier 5? To be honest with you, I don't really remember. It was either through Catlin, Zeki, or Kim, um, maybe all three, probably a combination of all three of them. They'd been talking about it for quite some time and then somehow managed to stumble across John and got to know John's videos very well. Thought they were really funny. Especially love George. We all love George in our house. Um, so I joined basically because to me the opportunity to join Tier 5 as a partner, it looked a lot like being able to join Microsoft before Microsoft became Microsoft. And it sounded really stupid not to join because, I mean, if you had an opportunity to go back and join Microsoft before it actually became this huge thing, you would have done it because it's hindsight. But Tier 5, I think it looks like it has that potential to be the next Microsoft for a software as a service company. And John really is like the genius behind the software. And that made a really big difference for me. Getting to know John and getting to watch his videos and stuff. He really is a very smart guy when it comes to software. And there isn't anything that I wouldn't trust him to build for Tier 5, or I mean for me personally, even if I had to hire him as, like as a software engineer, I would, if that was something that I needed to have done. Um, the biggest benefit to being a Tier 5 inner circle member is having the collaboration of all of the members for pretty much anything. I mean, if I have a question about running a business, or if like this is a good marketing strategy, if this is a good idea, what kind of, how does this funnel look, how does that work, there's over 100 people that I can ask, and we get responses back. And there's a bunch of different ideas that come up that normally wouldn't come up if it was just like me, or me and somebody else. Like there's a bunch of us that can actually give each other the benefit of a huge ocean of knowledge that come together with all of that. Um, Dave said SaaS is definitely a great business model, and unless you know how to code and have lots of get started capital, this is the best way to get in on it. Yeah, that's for sure. And actually, Dave brings up a really good point there, because I am the like non-techie geeky person. You got to stop wiggling. So, sorry, talking to my daughter, she's all wiggly, but I'm like the not techie person um, on the planet. Like I can't do a lot of stuff. I break technology more than I actually use it, and this is really a good way to get into any kind of software as a service company. And Dave does have a very, very good point. And if I can use it, seriously, if I can do it, everybody else can too. So like I said, like the Tier 5, the future of Tier 5, I really see this as going somewhere close to where Microsoft is now. Maybe not next year, maybe not the year after, but the future is pretty big for Tier 5. I don't see Tier 5 going away at all anytime in the future. Um, why other people should join as a partner? I mean, like I said, you have all of these other partners that can help you with not just technology, but businesses and like, bouncing ideas off of each other. It's probably one of the greatest masterminds that I've actually ever seen. Um, there is a lot of help within the community and within the partnership, um, and not just surrounding Tier 5, but surrounding everything else. And having those people on your side is a huge comfort. I know having a bunch of people to bounce ideas off of makes me feel a lot better, about what I'm about to do, or if I'm going forward with something, or if something needs to be touched up or just discarded altogether. I definitely have those people to help me out with that. So that is my review of Tier 5. I'm going to let my daughter go back to her, I don't know, whatever it is she's doing. And you guys all have a good afternoon.